Your technical brilliance doesn't matter if you can't communicate it. I have worked with data engineers at Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, some of the smartest people I've ever met. They can build systems that process millions of data points, solve complex algorithms in their sleep, and literally keep the internet running. But put them in front of a non-technical audience, they don't shine. If you're a data engineer, ML engineer, or work in any technical role, this video could be the difference between staying stuck in your current position or finally getting the recognition your work deserves. I'm going to show you the 3 biggest presentation mistakes that are killing careers, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them. By the end of this video, you'll have a proven framework that makes your complex work impossible to ignore. But first, have you ever felt like your technical expertise should speak for itself? Like if you just do great work, people will naturally recognize it and promote you? Give this video a like if you've ever thought this way. I know I have. Let me tell you about my friend. Back in 2023, I was working at Normative, a well-funded carbon accounting startup in Sweden. I was on the marketing team, but I became close friends with this brilliant data engineer from Thailand. We bonded over being new to Sweden, how to deal with the dark winters, and discussing Sweden's incredible work-life balance. This guy was incredibly smart, shy, hardworking, had this vast knowledge that just blew me away. But then came presentation day. He had to present in front of a non-technical audience, and suddenly that brilliance, it just disappeared. He stumbled through slides, used jargon nobody understood, and completely failed to communicate the value of what he'd built. Afterwards, he told me something that really stuck with me. I thought as long as I did the work well, I'd naturally move up in my career. Here's the harsh truth. Your work matters, your data matters, but your ability to communicate what you've done and why it matters, that's just as important. If you want to see how this story ends and you're getting value from these real examples, hit the subscribe button. I share career-changing communication strategies and stories every other week. Since becoming a public speaking coach, I've helped dozens of engineers at companies big or small transform how they present. And I've noticed the same 3 mistakes over and over again. Mistake number 1, they dive straight into technical details without considering their audience. Mistake number 2, they bury their value proposition. And mistake number 3, they present facts instead of stories. Now, if you've watched my previous video about first impressions, you know that confidence starts before you even speak. But once you do start speaking, these 3 mistakes will kill any credibility you've built. Let me show you exactly how to fix each one. Mistake number 1, you ignore your audience and jump straight into technical details. Here's what most technical presentations look like. Today, I'll discuss our ETL pipeline optimization using Kafka Streams with our new framework integration. And you've already lost half the room. The fix? Spend 5 minutes before every presentation answering 2 questions. Question 1, who is my audience and what do they need to know? Question 2, what is the one key message I want them to remember? My friend's first mistake, he presented the same technical deep dive to his colleagues that he would to his engineering peers. His audience didn't need to know about data pipeline architecture. They needed to know how this solved the specific problems they were facing. Here's your audience framework. Internal technical team, skip the basic context, dive into implementation. External or a mixed audience, define every acronym, provide context, focus on business impact. Tailor your content to your audience and they're much more likely to remember your message. Mistake number 2, you bury your value proposition. Most technical presentations start like this. Today, I'm talking about some tooling updates. Exciting, right? I'm already looking at my watch. Here's the fix. Start with value, not topic. Instead of, today I'm talking about X, say, today I'm talking about X because it will help you learn, understand, or achieve Y. And here's something fascinating. Recent research shows that when you smile during your introduction, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin. In simple terms, when you smile, your brain makes happy chemicals that help you feel good and make a better first impression. But it has to be a genuine smile. Don't fake it. Find something in your presentation that actually excites you and let that show. When I worked with an Instagram engineer, his presentation was about database optimization. Not something everyone gets excited about. But when he reframed it as how I saved our team 40 hours per week of manual work, suddenly everyone was paying attention. Today I'll discuss database query optimization techniques. Today I'll show you how I eliminated those 3 a.m. emergency calls that have been ruining our weekends. See the difference? One puts people to sleep, the other makes them lean forward and maybe even chuckle a bit. Mistake number 3, you present facts instead of stories. Cognitive psychologist Jerome Brumer estimated that facts embedded in stories are up to 22 times more memorable than facts alone. Most technical presentations sound like this. Our system processes 50,000 requests per second. Latency decreased by 40%, error rates dropped by 0.02%. Facts, numbers, boring. Here's your story framework. Setup, conflict, resolution. Setup. Last quarter, our reporting system crashed during peak hours. Conflict, which left our team blind to key metrics right when we needed them the most. Resolution. Here's how we built a system that's now 99.9% reliable and processes twice the load. My Thai friend, in his second presentation, instead of talking about data pipeline improvements, he told the story of how a data delay almost cost them their biggest client and how his solution prevented it from ever happening again. Your turn. In the comments, share your biggest technical presentation struggle. Do you freeze up, get too technical, forget to explain the business value? I respond to every comment and often turn these into future videos. That's it. Setup, conflict, resolution. Works every time. Remember my friend from Thailand? I offered my help, and after we worked on these 3 fixes, his next presentation was completely different. He started with the business value, tailored his language to his audience, and told the story of how his work prevented a major outage. Look, your technical skills got you this far, but if you want to advance, if you want recognition, if you want to stop feeling invisible despite your expertise, you need to master this communication piece. Here's what I want you to do before your next presentation. Write down who your audience is and what they care about. Start with value, not topic, and replace at least one set of bullet points with a story. If this video helped you, share it with another engineer who needs to hear this message. And subscribe for more career-advancing communication strategies. And if you haven't watched it yet, check out my previous video on first impressions, because your confidence needs to start before you even say your first word.